How you doing?
Yo, what up, everybody? How we doing today?
What up?
You doing all right?
I'm living my best life.
Business or pleasure?
Both.
Whoa, both.
Always both, Kathy. Always both.
What's been going on there, Kat?
With me?
Yeah, what's been going on with you?
Well, I went and got a haircut today.
You got your hair did? All right, look at
I
that.
did. I got my haircut. I took the kids to get their
Nice.
haircut. Nicole! Oh my God, what was that? Baka! We went shopping. I got some Disney pants for when I play Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah, what? Oh,
I got pants for when I play Dreamlight Valley now. I'm wearing them right now, but like, I don't think I can stand up. It's Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. That's about all I did today.
just
But it was
today?
like a lot. I was gone for like 5 hours.
I know. I didn't know like you could go out like and be okay. I thought you were just summoned to the house.
I did have adult supervision.
Oh, you
if
do?
That counts. I did.
Oh, okay.
My mommy came with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
I drove though because like I wear the pants here.
Are they special pants?
They are special pants. No, not that. Oh, that'd be cool though.
Marsha.
Cool if you pee your pants. I'm like, for real, like I had a moment today when we were grocery shopping and like the kids were running around that I was like, man, I'm kind of gonna like miss being around my mom this much. I know that sounds really bad, but like she drives me nuts. We drive each other nuts because we're whole grown ass people that shouldn't be living together. But like I'm gonna miss it. But at least we're gonna be close. And
Wait,
close to you.
Are you confirming live on national television?
On national television.
That
I live with my mommy?
No, that you're getting your own place?
Yeah, we're moving.
This is breaking news, everybody.
Well, I haven't really wanted to say like a ton about it because it was like we had to get through like pre-qualification and then we got through the next step and now we're on like the last step. So it's not like 100. We don't know for sure if we got it, but we're like 98.
You gave breaking news.
Now I got to do the follow through. Now I'm gonna like die on some government paperwork.
All the 11 people in here all got the breaking news. Y'all didn't. I didn't even know about it until just now. So like, man, it's like you guys are all best friends.
Yeah, we are. We're besties.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
It's not a big deal. Like, I don't know. Thanks, cowboy. I'm a little bit sad, but I have a new lady on my medical team.
Yeah.
She's a freaking rock star, and she's like flipping hilarious. Breaking news: Kat is adulting. I am. Yeah, it's
what up, Ames?
It's my my occupation. I started occupational therapy, and like I had been to physical therapy before. I had never been to occupational. I didn't know what it was. But she's like really freaking cool, and I really like her. And I would hope that glad that I do because I have to spend like 2 days a week with her for the next like 18 visits.
Gotcha.
So, but she's really cool.
And I do want to say too,
she's anti-government too,
because I did kind of a good job on this one, and I've made some people really mad.
What'd you do? On
so
Insta?
If y'all go over to Instagram, go to this video right here, this middle one. Watch it and then go to the comments. That's it.
Why aren't your views as high as mine are on Instagram?
You mean one video? But for real, congrats.
But that one video hit though.
That video hit. And when it hits, you just fucking write it.
Y'all, it was so weird. I posted a video and it's not even me. It's not me. Like, but it was a good video and I posted it and it wound up hitting like 8.3 million views. And the guy that did the interview like reached out to me. He's got a YouTube too. It's linked over on my Insta on the video. He's got a good like little podcast going.
Yeah, I made some
like we're shocked by any of this anymore.
I mean, like, so I kind of knew that it would trigger a little bit, and
what did you do? Like, let's just give us some context. Should you want to just play the video?
Oh, we can play the video.
Yeah, just play it. I mean, like, I mean, you could have told me this before, and I could have actually made a video.
You're fine. It's not really that big of a deal.
But I think LeBron James has solely given the case that you can't just pump money into schools and they will succeed. The school that he opened up is a public school in Akron, Ohio. He opened it up 5 years ago, and within the last 3 years, not one single student can pass a math exam. This after several $1 million being invested into this one school, and not one single student in the last 3 years can pass a math exam. This is in an inner city school with money pumping into it, because that's the less argument that there's not enough money going into these schools. So clearly it's not a money issue going into schools. It's a culture issue. I think LeBron James has...
Okay.
Oh, they're big mad.
Why are people mad?
Because, well, first of all, one thing I did learn is there's a whole bunch of people in that comment section that don't give a fuck about math. That's our culture problem. That's part of what I'm talking about.
Why? What are they saying? Like that we don't need math?
Nobody needs
someone
math
who
anyway.
sucks at math? Yes, you do.
It's fine.
Yes,
like there's probably a dozen comments of so or like that. Like, oh, it's just math. We don't really need that anyways. And I'm like,
what?
This is why cashiers can't give you correct change when you like change on the dime.
Oh my gosh. Do you see their faces like when their machines go down?
Or like if you change up like in the middle of it and you're like hand them like it's $11.25 and you hand them like a 20, you're like, wait, I got $1.25. That way you only get 10 back.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't. It's like, dude,
and they're like,
not
they like freeze. Yeah, that's this crowd. And then the fact that I mentioned culture.
Right. So could you let the people know, like, what did you mean by that sentence?
We have as a whole. So this is going to offend a whole lot of people because as a whole, we have a culture issue when it comes to our education. The main culture issue that I believe that we have is nothing is reinforced at home. Meaning,
agreed.
We 100% of the time blame the teachers of it, of our kids failing instead of realizing it's our job.
Right.
We've now made as a whole and as a culture that public school is the daddy and the parent of our kids.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we're having to fight to keep books out. This is why we're having to fight because we didn't do it initially. We haven't been involved for probably a decade or more. In our kids' schools. I'm just as guilty at this. So like, it's not just me.
Oh no, absolutely. I am too.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's our culture issue here in America that we have when it comes to our education system.
Now, a lot of people I have a point to that though. Do you think that it's possible that it's because, like during that time frame when we were growing up, at least for me, like, were you left alone like a lot? Like, where like you came home and like parents weren't home when you got home from school and you'd have to occupy yourself for X amount of time till mom and dad got off work around 5 o'clock. And then by the time that dinner and whatever. So like, that's the culture that was developed from our generation of being left alone. So now, like as adults raising children, we're like, do I do it? I mean, we're not doing it the same way, but like, we don't necessarily know how to do it by watching it be done. Like it wasn't like pushed into us as kids either, I wonder.
Well, like, so I was left alone a lot, but at the same time, like obviously I know my parents weren't. And that's where the generational shift changed in our culture as an American culture is we went from one parent working in the household to now two. And it started with our parents' generation. So therefore we didn't see it. What we saw is two hardworking individuals trying to do the best that they can to raise kids. Not saying not to minimize that or minimize that at all by any means, but at the same time, we don't take that extra step of teaching our kids as a whole here in America. We're just as guilty in the white neighborhoods as the brown neighborhoods. The only exception to the rule is in my opinion, and this is a compliment, is the Asian community.
Well, and that's like there's statistics on this. It's not like you're just pulling this fact out of your ass. Like
No, and it's true though. But like they put a huge emphasis on education in general as a culture for them.
As a culture, as a country,
Yes. Our culture as white people, brown people, black people, I don't care. We have stopped caring as much about our kids' education in general, and therefore we are falling back. Stats prove it. I mean, so And a lot of people just took that word culture and automatically assumed that I was attacking Black people. And I let them sit there. Like, even people were begging me. Like, I've got a couple comments in there. You won't tell us what you mean by culture. And I'm not going to. Like, I am here now.
Right.
If they come here and they see this, great. But I'm not going to, because y'all automatically assumed. Right. I'm being called racist. I'm being called all sorts of names.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, math is racist. So it was like a double whammy for you.
Right. They act like white kids don't go to inner city schools.
You said math, you said culture. You're done.
Well, and I said inner city, but like I lived and grew up in an inner city school. Like,
right.
I know what it's like. I know what it is. I was there. Yes, right. I was absolutely a minority, but that doesn't mean white people don't go to inner city schools, or Asians or Hispanics or anybody else. They just automatically assumed. And so I let them. Okay, go ahead. Y'all run with that. And then like one lady was like, she was replying to somebody else, and she goes, the man said their culture. No. I have captions on for idiots like you, is literally what I told her. I have captions for idiots like you on for this particular reason. I never said their culture. I did say culture, but I didn't say their culture.
Right.
There's a big difference. And then that's when people started chiming, yeah, but you won't say what you mean. And I won't.
But that thing is like, she heard that. That's what's so crazy, is that like, they're like, people like, they're looking for an argument so badly, or to call something racist, or whatever the case may be, that they wind up, I don't know how to do it live, but that they wind up hearing it, even if it's not fucking there. Like, she added in a whole double words for you,
right,
that weren't even there.
And I'm like, hey, like, I'm gonna let y'all ride with
you're looking for it.
Yeah, so they started peeling out into other videos. Cool, like, you just help me out. Like, they start going to other videos. Oh, here's this racist talking about this now. Or the default was Trump. I'm like, this ain't even about Trump.
Always Trump. It doesn't matter. Like, when in doubt, Trump.
Then of course some people were like, well, LeBron just really forked up the money and put his name on it. Like, he's not really involved. Oh, but if it would have been highly successful, he would have been hailed a hero.
He would have been the hero.
So you can't be the hero.
I just hope that like this is really looked into on what the problem is when that much money was pumped into that school. Like, what are we doing wrong then? This didn't work. Okay, cool. Let's find out why and fix it. Or are we just going to argue over it?
Guess what? Like, the third or fourth most excused reason for this was?
What?
Come on. You should know better now. COVID. Oh, we just had COVID for 3 years. So this school is the only reason why? And then people were like, oh, well, I can name other schools. Yet you didn't. So
now, will I agree that like children's education in a whole was severely affected by COVID? Abso-freaking-lutely.
We'll never deny that.
But the thing is like, my kiddos are pretty much back on track for average grade level. You know what I mean? Like, my son is a little bit behind in math, but still okay. You know, it's like he's struggling, but he's okay. So it's kind of like, well, then how come it's starting to level out in other districts and tanking in the richest district? You're supposed to have the best of the best at this school. Like, if you talk to teachers, they'll tell you that they're starting to see that curve again of like kids catching back up.
Oh, sure.
It absolutely affected them, and all of them. I mean, they're behind as a whole. We're all behind as a whole. It affected everybody, not just, you know, kids.
And here's my
It isn't my kid's school. My kid's school is very like old school, but I mean, that was also a benefit and a big factor to why we made the living decision that we did, was to get our kids in like back in like rural area, small town schools. That was important for me.
So, Lacey, the only pushback that I'll give you about the curriculum is it actually kind of proves my point about parents not getting involved. Because the reason why the curriculum got to this point, because it's got to get voted on. All curriculum has to get voted on inside the school districts at school meetings. Guess who doesn't attend those meetings?
We don't.
We parents don't.
Mm-hmm.
We allowed this shit to happen, unfortunately, by not saying anything, not getting involved, not attending school board meetings, not attending the shit that we need to stop some of this. We could have been way ahead of this thing if we truly valued our education for our kids just as much. And I'm not getting on Lacey by any means.
No. It was all of us though, and it's true. And what we can do now going forward is like we have to all be like, okay, because like it always hits when you hear that.
Right.
It's like a hit to being a parent, and you always want to go into the but, and all of the buts are valid. All of the buts are valid. They are. So like, let's start from here and just kind of be like, okay, well, those school meetings need to be as important as a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, a meeting at work. They need to go into your calendar, not just going on the school. Like I did it today. Like I went on the school website today. It's not all up. Like some of them are up, but not all of them. But they're set in my phone for the day before to set that alarm. I didn't have that before this year. So we all have to make that extra effort to be in those meetings at school, even though like it sucks. We hate them. It's, it sucks to try to find the time, especially right now. We're all broke. Everybody's working extra and over, but like, this is the kind of time that they're going to capitalize on parents not being at these things. Well, and that's when all that bullshit's going to get put through that you're then going to yell about, but could have stopped by just going.
See, and now granted, like, a lot of this is by, in my opinion, by design. And this is obviously the conspiracy route, because if you have both parents working, they don't have time to go to meetings.
No.
So therefore they can change curriculum. So it's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know about Americans in whole is what we value is what we spend the most time and money on as a whole. Not saying you individually, but just as a whole, as a country, that's what we do. And we haven't been spending. And that was my whole point with that thing is it's not about the money being involved. It's our culture needing to change if we truly want the education in our schools and our kids and our futures to change is by that.
I think it's just like it's culture in a whole of how we're parenting, of how we're choosing to parent. Or, if you're one of those people that can't make the time, it sucks as an adult to try to do this, but like I got to make friends, I got to make friends with other parents within my children's school district.
Yeah.
Because I got to know that like, if they can't be there, then you can tell me and I'll say the things if I can be there. You know what I mean? You guys can have your own meetings before a school board meeting, even if it's in a group chat. This is how we all feel. Please take this to the school board meeting with you. Like, so if you can't be there because of work, like find a mom, find somebody that's able to do it, whether it's in a Facebook group. Like there's no excuses. Backdoor app, or is it Backdoor? No, it's not Backdoor. What did I just fucking say? The Backdoor app?
I'm just over here agreeing with you because I don't even know.
The Nextdoor app.
Exactly. And I'll be honest with you. So I was a youth pastor for like 10 years. And I had public school, private school, and homeschool kids. By far, homeschool kids were always the smartest. Private school was next. Public school was beyond that. I wanted to get back to Lacey's comment here because she actually said, something that's extremely frustrating, I'm sure, especially because she worked in the schools. Trying to get people to come to the school board meetings is like pulling teeth.
Yep.
It's so frustrating but this also goes back to like, this is why we're failing as a whole. I'm not calling anybody out individually. I'm talking about just as a whole. And our focus definitely has not been education. Oh, and I agree there.
I 100% agree there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yay!
Then Butters comes in.
No, it is though. Like, I mean, let's be real about it. Like, it sucks. It sucks. I know.
Reese's.
My bad. Hey, Reese's.
So, and then today we also made history today.
We made history today.
We did.
Should I pull it up?
Yeah, go for it. Wait, which one are we pulling up?
Well, you said we made history today.
Yeah.
We're not doing TikTok Looney Tunes yet.
Not yet.
That's later.
Where are the photos at?
It's all in the video. I put it all together, bro. It's all profesh. And I have it on my end.
And
Oh yeah, like I put it all together, like the video, and then two of the sketches, and then the really great sketch at the end.
So as most of you guys know, Donald Trump was indicted again. Third time, and it's probably looking like there's going to be a fourth.
Yeah.
For like conspiracy to commit forgery, lying about the election.
Forgery? That's not one of them.
Or I forget the charges. Like
we'll pull them up.
I do, because like to me it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, this is just his reaction. This is Cheeto. It's Cheeto's reaction to getting arrested again today. Oops, I did it wrong. My bad, guys. Sorry, it's a 420 episode.
We forgive you.
Oops-a-daisy.
Well, thank you very much. This is a very sad day for America. And it was also very sad driving through Washington, D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings and walls and the graffiti. This is not the place that I left. It's a very sad thing to see it. When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent.
There's your picture that you put. There's your picture. I'm looking up his charges.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 of them. None of them prevent him from running for office, so he can still technically run. So even if he were found guilty, so it won't rule him out there. I don't know. I feel so like
these are the election interference charges.
Election.
That's what it says. Trump pleads not guilty on 2020 election interference charges.
Yeah.
And this was just updated, but I was trying to find like, I really wish that there was just a site, and maybe there is, and I just don't know which one, that didn't give you all the bullshit when I ask what his charges are. Like you literally just, I click it and then it just says it. Like, just give me that quick answer. Like, I don't want to have to flip through 19 pages of where his dog gets its hair done at, you know?
I mean, I thought that's what you want.
It's not. So it's 3 indictments, hush money payments. See, but this has something to do with the new charges. Oh, Lord. Okay.
But Andrew said just Google it.
I did.
Well, that's Andrew's solution.
He was charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction and attempt.
He did, Andrew. That's exactly what happened. So it's interesting for sure.
Huge constitutional crisis. It would have been if Hillary was being won the election. He did. He did. Obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding and conspiracy against rights.
Yeah, those are the
these are the charges.
in DC.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch that shit.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know who I'm voting for yet. I mean, yeah. I don't. I'm
like,
I'm
I say a lot. Like at this point now, like as far as it goes for like our political party, I think that our voices are going to be real fucking tiny this year, you know, and like, because I feel like as much as there's like never Trumpers, there's like always, no matter what, Trumpers that you can't be like, all right, hey, like I love Cheeto too, because I do. I think that motherfucker is
for sure.
hilarious. Like he's my favorite president. Like I'm not anti-Trump.
I think you're I think your anti-Trumpers are just as cultish as your forever Trumpers.
Yeah, well, they're the problems.
Because so like I could post a video.
Right, but like why would I want the person that's like he's not like it's not like he did it on purpose, right? But like it's attached to your name, bro. All this shit that I feel. So why would I want you to stay around? Because like as fun as this is, because like we're all being a little bit petty, we're all doing all this like stupid high school bullshit with each other over politics. Like, don't you at some point want things to go back to like a normal?
I don't know. I don't know if it ever will. But like this is like
or like a resolution, you know, like something.
I don't know if it ever will. I think we're too divided. Like we're too set in our ways. Because like here's an example. So I posted this says the government is the virus, the media is how it spreads, people's behavior is the pandemic, and common sense is the cure, right?
Right.
Not a political swing either way.
Right.
Literally just saying the government is the worst. Something I feel like both parties like can kind of, you know, get a ball on board.
Right.
And it was just, oh, Trump this, Trump that inside the comments. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with Trump. Like, this is the government. Right. Period. That Trump technically isn't a part of. Like,
but the way that it works right now is that with the left, everything is to blame Trump, and with the right, everything is to blame Biden. Like you're blaming two people. It's the entire thing, dude. Right. It's all of them. It's all those motherfuckers. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we found out tomorrow that like Trump and Biden fucking play golf together on the weekends, laughing about the division that they fucking cause with all of their money. That wouldn't shock me.
Right. Yeah. No, and Andrew, I agree that like the crazy ones shouldn't be listened to, but unfortunately, they're the loudest and most annoying.
They are.
On both sides. It's like
the Loon Tunes.
I can tell you how many comments the government is the virus and how many comments I got bashing Trump. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with Trump. Like, it's got nothing to do with Biden. It's got nothing to do with anything. It just I can't. I mean, it's like
we all just want to blame. We all just want to blame somebody and then make it magically fix when like we can fix it. We're not going to. We're not going to, but we could. Like just so everybody knows. I know. That's what I'm saying, Andrew. I just want to let gay people protect their marijuana plants with their guns.
I don't know if it sealed his nomination.
Yeah, which is like crazy, y'all. Like, isn't that crazy? That the more charges he gets, some of us are like,
yeah, every time they charge him, like his rating goes up even more. It's like,
which like makes me really scared about how like unstable we all are right now.
Right. I mean, you have the right that believes like no matter what, he's innocent. And then you have the left that he's already guilty. It's like, well, we still have a trial. Like he's still has a chance to prove his innocence.
Right.
And the left is like, no, he's guilty. But the right is like, no, he's innocent. It's like,
we're going to do the same thing if they end up moving to impeachment with Biden. I mean,
I don't think they should. I really don't. I've been saying
you don't think that they have grounds to impeach?
Well, there's not really a whole lot of grounds anyways. That's why it's done in both chambers of Congress. Because
I'm just saying on mental state alone, dude.
Well, that would be the 25th Amendment.
Like, why hasn't that been done yet? I just, at this point now, like, I can't even make fun of him because I feel bad. Like, I do. Like, when I say something mean about him, I'm like, come on.
Have we been watching Congress? You got Mitch McConnell freezing up. Then you got Dianne Feinstein. She can't
wipe her ass either. Mitch. Like, do I still have Mitch?
Why do we still have these idiots in Congress from both parties? You can't even blame one party or the other.
I still have Mitch. Do you want to watch Mitch again?
Yeah.
I still have him. I've totally forgot. And then when you started talking about Mitch, I was like, wait.
Kitchen, you're 100% right. They will never get him out. And it's the same thing when they impeach Trump. Like it's a political show that I'm just like, at the end of the day, let's just stop it.
Right.
Because the left will never get rid of him.
Let's take a look at one of our own. Did it go up? Why isn't it working?
I don't know.
It's like not letting me pull it up. It's making me mad.
The NDA.
Oh, it's really quiet.
This week has been good.
I forgot. Remember the sound in this one's like jacked up. We don't need to hear him. He's talking about nothing. Stops. Come on, buddy. Like, at what point do you feel bad? You know what I mean? Like, do you say, like, I can't even make fun of this? This man needs to be at home. He needs to be in bed. He needs to be, like, hanging out with his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And possibly some assistance from a caregiver. Like they all have to walk him off.
Well, and then there was reports that came out after that he's fallen a couple times and gotten concussions, and it's like
right. And then you got Dianne Feinstein or whatever.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to vote, and then rambles on about something else. I
feel bad. And then like I was watching this live while I was actually getting ready for this show, and they were bitching about it, right? Like, we need age limits. We need term limits. And as always, in all caps, I'm in there like, we do. It's called voting.
Well, the irony is like you got the left and the right that are going to be voting in 80-year guys.
That part. And when we get that in our hearts, don't stop voting for that. Like they have to go. I can't even be mean to them anymore. And that's how I'm starting to feel about Joe Biden.
Well, and both sides look really fucking dumb because both sides are calling for age limits.
Mm-hmm.
But both parties are going to make their nominee an 80-year-old man.
Yes.
Both parties are. Like,
yes. And then we'll scream in the streets, women, right? So like I'm calling out all you freaking chicks, right? We'll scream in the streets like, I don't want an old, rich white man telling me what to do with my body.
But I voted for
Joe Biden. Stop electing them to do so. You literally told them they could. And then you were like, stop. Like you gave consent. And then you're like, like you wanted this.
Right.
You voted for it. and if you didn't vote for it, what did you do to encourage more people to not vote for it? Like, did you go to some town halls? Did you work within the community to spread the word? Were you helping if someone run? No? Okay, you still don't count then. Like,
yeah, it's sad. What about our? So we got some Looney Tunes going on, huh?
Bro. So I was over on the TikTok.
Okay.
They're gone.
This one.
Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Something's happening over there.
No shit.
I feel like this has always been a thing, okay? But I feel like since I was so involved in it, right? Like I didn't see it for what it was, Tex. Like I was unwillingly participating in a reality show that I didn't want to be on. But now that I've left, right? And the new season is on, like, I'm low key just kind of watching it.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
As a conspiracy person yourself, what does it feel like to be a conspiracy?
It's fucking wild. It's always been wild, though. Like, it's always been like we should have been scared so long ago. Like, not scared, but like go back like 4 years ago, okay? You're walking around your house, you go into town, right? You have an interaction with somebody in town, doesn't go well. And then immediately this person starts walking around the whole grocery store and stopping every single person and being like, that guy right there, and then just talking shit about you and making up crazy shit about you. Like if this would have happened in real life, what fucked you up?
Well, the reason why it doesn't happen in real life is because nobody really does this shit like in real life.
No.
It's why they're better behind a damn screen.
But so now that like, because I've already said like last episode, I am not hiding the fact that I have a TikTok. But the weird thing is that somebody somewhere is in a group chat right now. Kat's got a secret TikTok account. But me like 6 months ago, I would have been like, oh shit. Like it would have mattered a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but like a little bit.
Right.
But now I'm just kind of like, why do you care? But anyways, so on this account, like I told you before, I don't have anybody blocked. I don't engage. At least in like the drama. Like I do engage with other content that I like seeing on my for you page. Like all my video game stuff or whatever. But the other day, I'm scrolling and guess who showed up on my motherfucking For You page? You have an answer to politics? What? Like an answer to all of it? Get rid of it?
Yeah, get rid of it all.
I say we unplug it for like, I'm not gonna say years, because like we'll lose our shit. But like 6 months. Like 6 months. Is Pribs not on anymore? Is she off again? It's because you're not supposed to. I'm not posting on it. I don't post anymore. Like never gonna post on TikTok. Like I'm not coming back. So yeah, so like I'm scrolling, right? And I came across do you remember? Do you remember that little rabbit Hunter County girl chick that like we had so much drama with for like months? She's back. Well, I mean, she obviously didn't go anywhere, right? But like she's back in my
should we introduce our segment real quick?
Oh, we should introduce our segment. We actually have we have a little
Okay, have a day.
Okay. So
okay, have a day.
This is so fucked. Like I don't even know, because I know what videos I have, and we're gonna watch. I do have some videos for enjoyment, because today I noticed that she was up on my Instagram, because now I've come back up. So I feel like it's fair enough, right? Like you recorded my Instagram, you said some things, so now I respond, and it's not me getting involved in something that isn't my business.
Right.
Because you made it my business when you talked about me and then got me interested, and then I wound up in La La Land. So we all know that she had this big issue with another TikTok creator, 2A Patriot Mama. We've had Mama on the show. We have always defended, stood by, love the things that she does. She's a legit human being. Adore her. She's going at her again. But like, I feel like all the people who are around her, it's like these people find new people to watch them and believe them.
Well, they have to.
Because like
the only way they get their
like don't no one remember. Like now she's over there talking smack about like 2A Patriot Mama, yeah. But she's over there talking smack about Baddie. Right Side Baddie, right? Now, like, look, we all know that like we are not friends with Right Side Baddie anymore. I don't have a current issue with her. She's living her best life. She's minding her business. She hasn't said anything about me. I hope she's doing great. I hope she's healthy. I hope she's happy. And that's the end of it.
Oh, she's healthy, all right.
But like, she's bringing up, okay,
she's very
Baddie in a like, a shit talking way. A shit talking way, Tex. This is pay attention to me.
Oh, sorry.
I'll yell at you later for the way that you worded that. But anyways, so the lizard, yes, the lizard people. This is the same girl that said we were lizard people because of that live that she clipped of you and Dinesh saying that like you were going to call each other from Epstein's plane or whatever.
Oh my God.
But like she's over there. So she's over there talking smack about Right Side Baddie. And I'm like, you really going to come on this fucking internet and act like 6 months ago you weren't all John Walsh?
Oh my gosh.
Like
she was.
Our creators is currently missing. We're all very concerned about her. Y'all made her t-shirts. You made t-shirts.
Her and that witch for Trump.
Baddie warrior. And it had all her things on it. Y'all were raising money. You accused me of being involved. And it turns out, so like she plays a clip and then shows the part where like Baddie's laughing about how she came back on the app and was like the Agent Echo account or whatever. And everybody was like, what the fuck, bro? You told everybody to call Homeland Security and you didn't stop any of this, but like, whatever. It was a while ago. We're over it.
Right.
But how are you going to come on Dolly Parton's internet and act like you were always anti that. Because that's how she's acting.
H and Echo said some fucked up shit too.
They did.
So,
but like, girl, stop acting like nobody remembers that. And then her whole thing with like 2A Mama, dude, she goes off on these. I think this is the one. Hold on. She goes off on these like rampages. And it's like, hold on.
Okay.
And I told her I was upset with her because of it. I have to address this. I don't do drama on this app. We had that discussion. I told you, I don't mess with that side. So you get into for drama with Dinesh and his crew and whatever else, and then you come to me because you're getting phone calls on your kids' phones. What did you expect me to do? I'm supposed to come clean up your mess?
See, that was my mistake. And that's where I'm saying, like, I obviously misunderstood her content because I thought she worked really hard to take down pedophiles. That was the impression that I got from her content, that her and this OEF worked together.
She's trying to say that Donish is a pedophile?
Right. Here's the thing. Like, what you're saying is a fact, but you're also insinuating without full out saying it. You're insinuating. And this is what she does. It's horrific. Because then she can go back later and say, I didn't accuse. You said that. That was your original thought. No, bitch, you insinuated. You're talking about this situation. And then you say, I thought you helped with pedophiles.
Right.
Why would you bring that up unless you were insinuating that this person was, in fact, a pedophile? Yeah, the lighting is just, you gotta love it. So,
Blair Witch Project vibes.
oh my God. It's so Blair Witch vibes, dude. I'm so scared right now.
That they like somehow got the IP address for these people and had them arrested. But she just said that she doesn't mess.
Okay. Nowhere ever have I heard Patriot Mama make those claims.
No.
Never ever have I heard her say, send me someone that's messing with you that you think might be a pedophile because you don't like them, and I'll find their IP address for you and have them arrested. Never has that woman made a claim that that's what she does. Like, find me a video where she's claiming it and I will redact. But I'm telling you, she's never said that.
Mess with people on the other side. She doesn't mess with Dinesh and them and all the people on the left. So does that mean she only takes down Republican pedophiles? Is that what she's saying?
Okay, here's the thing. Ready for this? Wait. Hold on. Even if that was true, even if she's just focusing on Republican pedophiles, they're pedophiles. I don't care how they vote. Like, do you see? Like, that's where my logic goes. Are you only taking down Republican pedophiles? Bitch, these are pedophiles. Why do you got to make it political? What, right? Like, so what if she was? So what if that was my whole entire being, was I was going to frolic through the neighborhood and only take down Republican pedophiles just to be petty? They're pedophiles. Why do you care?
Because her content's very politically motivated. Why would she only take down pedophiles on one side of the aisle? That doesn't make sense. Or maybe I just misunderstood altogether and she doesn't take down pedophiles at all.
Why? But she just said that she took down Republican pedophiles. She just stated that she does that. And then now, like, dude.
Maybe she doesn't stop predators on the internet like I thought she did. And again, that's my mistake.
Literally has proof of doing so. Literally.
Because I thought, like, people donated to her and bought her merch and did all this stuff because they thought she was taking down pedophiles.
And then we have to bring up the money. None of the money goes to her. It all goes to the organization that she supports. That one houses domestic violence women, trafficked women. So she doesn't want you guys to give money to that.
Are they Republican or Democrat, though?
I don't know if they're Republican or Democrat, because that matters.
It does.
That matters.
Because is she obviously saving Democrat victims?
Right.
Like,
right. I mean, we got to focus on what matters here, which is politics of it, not the human beings.
How do they vote?
taking down predators who are targeting people's children. Well, that's cleaning up somebody else's mess. And she don't clean up other people's messes. I mean.
Okay. It's a very key phrase that she's going to use in this video. And I do believe the second video is shorter than this one, is children, her children. Okay. That is the way that she emphasizes it, is that Sonia would not help her with her child, that people were reaching out to her child and threatening her child and saying horrible things to a child. And that she thought that Sonia had said, when it involves children, I'll always do it. Okay. So like, that's really, really important, is that she overemphasized children.
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Okay. So then we have.
Heard it from the horse's mouth. Interesting.
It's so.
Who the hell is she calling a horse?
It's just, it's so bizarre to me, because this all stems from this personal problem, because she wanted Sonia to do something for her. I mean, you heard this.
Right. I mean, that's her only issue with us. It's just that we're cool with Donish.
Right. That we don't fight with Donish.
Right.
We had him on the show.
To talk about some pretty.
We're pattern finders and unhinged.
Okay. So now we have a special guest appearance in the comment box.
Who's
from
that?
Brummage.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
See, we all like, and I love it. Like, it's our core people here right now, because they're like, y'all remember this.
Okay, have a day.
All right, let's play the clip.
So Brummage said that he thinks that it's weird, right, that all of the people that they go after all have an illness. Literally said, isn't it weird that most of this clique has an illness?
What's my illness?
I mean, you might have. I'll tell you later.
I just don't know what my illness is.
But like, did you really just point out that like the group of people that you attack, that you made a clique, by the way, because they're not a clique. We've done events together, but we're not like all spending the night at each other's houses and braiding our hair and talking about boys. Some of us are really good friends, but not the ones that you put us with. It's no.
Right.
So you're pointing out that like we all have illnesses.
You know us, we're pattern finders, and
they're pattern finders. That's what they're calling them. The pattern.
Unhinged is a very interesting word to use, but I find that to be a very common phrase with a certain group of people. I think that's all I need to say. I see patterns everywhere, and I look for patterns. So when I see people all following the same pattern of behavior, it's very telling to me. And whether you're paid for, you're an influencer, or you're one of the sheep that are being influenced, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're part of the pattern. And she's obviously got a hard-on for you. She definitely got a hard-on for you. She in love with the Brummage. She in love with you, boy. She's mentioned you in every one of her videos. Just putting that out there. I think she really likes you a lot. A little too much.
They're merging. It's the circle of crazy. You're muted.
Oh, there we go.
You muted.
That laugh. First of all,
totally stable.
Right, that laugh right there.
Totally stable.
And I felt like
Brummage is over there showing the dinner
like
photo of us again.
Starting to get a hard on for Brummage.
I don't know. Because remember, she like hated Brummage.
Right, but like the way she kept going back to how much.
Yeah.
All like it. Like she had to pause it, think about it, think about it, and like because those were all individual, so that means she continued to think on.
Yeah, she TikToks like I do,
weird.
and like people don't realize that when you do that, it's really noticeable.
Yeah.
It's so once upon a time.
Oh boy.
No, because she's like spewing some redonkulousness. Okay. She's talking about like Ship having inside information about J6 and not telling people. Like it's a mess. It's a mess. Once upon a time. Like, remember when like a few people went over to Clapper?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And like they like, got big over on Clapper, right? Like when Huck's account was real big and Ships. And yeah, you had a really big account over there too. So like they all engaged with each other, you know, like through the app or whatever. Ship was always supportive of people's right to protest.
Sure.
Always. You're gonna laugh at this one. She's trying to tell people on Dolly Parton's internet that Ship was acting like she was gonna go to a meetup. Girl,
I know what, half a day, maybe.
I know you are lying your ass
going all the way to DC for a half a day.
Meetups. She
says it all the time. She's always been open. She says, "You'll get me for a half a day, and then I'm done."
Publicly, like she's always said, like I love that Kat and Tex love doing that, and like that's their thing. It's not mine, but like we've all got a part to play, right? Like we've all, and by saying what we all have a part to play, I'm not talking about acting. That this is for you confuse people. I'm talking about like when we want things to be done. Everybody part in getting the thing that we want done. So like because like people started growing apart, right? Like we kind of touched on this a little bit on like the last show. Like I still love everybody. Like I love the app. I love everybody that I've got to know through the app. Some of them ended horribly. Some of them it was just like, you know, we grew apart, like or we didn't have as much in common as what we thought. Like awesome person, but like not my vibe, which is fine because we're not all going to become like best friends forever and like hands and skip off into the sunset. Like it's not gonna happen. But so I feel like that probably kind of started happening within, you know, that little bubble or whatever.
Okay.
So then she starts saying that like, oh well, then all of a sudden people got arrested. And I was like, are you trying to say that like Ship knew that was gonna happen and just let you go? Like she's got the inside scoop.
Anymore.
Wow. Everyone was on TikTok saying J6 is a setup. Like people were saying that, dude.
I'd rather not be associated with pattern finders because these motherfuckers crazy.
But so everyone was saying that leading up, but she's like, she makes it sound so big, and it's all because of like just this personal vendetta about each and every one of them. Because that's how it is. It's just like little personal vendetta.
I think
but then you gotta go after them as a whole and as a like person and what they do. Like she's over there insinuating that like Patriot Mama is like helping human trafficking, like literally helping it keep going. And I'm like, well, you just stop.
Hey, I need to for this stuff. I think Donna still has the video he did.
Well, she played it on her page and was like, he came after me. And then there was an account that, you know, went after Ship. And like we all made those videos, like a bunch of us. It was like a
Francis Gall he'd gone after me too.
Right. And we didn't get involved with the Francis. Once I found out that was the same account, like I deleted my video. I hate that she's got a copy of it because like, I mean, yeah, I did make the video. I hate that I did though, because then I realized that it was the same account that was doing that. I was like, oh fuck, dude, like that's a really nasty account. I don't want to make this a joke. So, but she was also over there accusing all of us of being that account. Like, no,
I get it because like when you started, I mean, when you do all this,
she plays that video of all of us saying that, and then are like, and they're all best friends with Donish. And then it's always like, boom. Oh, yeah. And then she thinks that
I don't even
red-haired
know who Red Maven is.
dude,
until
she's got
now.
this
Like,
freaking
showed
video
me.
where she like puts a face over another person's face because like they're doing that now. So what she did was she took a picture of Red Maven and then drew makeup on it, right? Like the same hairstyle as Mama, the eyebrows, the lashes, whatever. And then her proof is, well, when I take this exact makeup that I drew on, you know, Red Hair Maven, if I put it on anybody else, it doesn't match. But it does match for Red Hair Maven. Therefore, she's 2A Mama. No, the only reason it doesn't fit other TikTokers is because you drew it on Red Haired Maven. So all you made it look, are you not understanding how this is working? You drew it custom for Red Hair Maven. It's only gonna like put the same mask over 2A Mama.
Well, how is Zebra involved in this?
Then Zebra got like everyone's all lit up about this because she's dragging all of it back up again to like literally every bad encounter she's ever
what
had.
does Zebra do? I don't even know. I know a little bit about Zebra, but
I have that video, but it was too long. It wouldn't let me send it.
Oh,
because she went on a rant with her, and
why?
Because Zebra just had made a video about like, you know, like doppelgangers or whatever. And it was like a silly video, like kind of poking fun at it because she doesn't do anything like mean ever.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
And then she got mad by it, and then Zebra kind of clapped back at her like in a comment and was like, "You're literally insinuating that 2A Mama is like helping traffic little kids. Like you're insinuating that." And she's like, "No, I didn't. I never said exactly that, but you did. You just put that out there into the universe. You said that the people who were on her podcast were teaching people how to human traffic children."
Yeah, because it was like the title or something like that. I didn't see that.
Right. And they took the way that the guy, so like I got it because I talk the same way sometimes where if I'm talking to everybody, I'll just say you, and then it makes it seem like really like direct at you. He does that with like I statements. So like if you're explaining like what you do, I'm trying to figure it out. Like if I were to tell you this is how a murderer would think, right?
Right.
So if I were like a murderer, I would blah, 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 blah. So he was kind of talking and like that kind of a setup. If that's making sense, I don't know. We've been puffing a lot this episode. But that's how he was speaking. But then she was like, see, and I'm like, he's literally speaking from like you're dense. You're dense. And it's so addictive.
Luis is involved in some shit on my comments in my video too.
Luis, what are you doing?
She's going at it with people on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram?
In my comments.
I don't respond to like hardly anything on my Instagram. Like, I mean, I'm a little bit better. I'm trying to get better about responding to comments and stuff, but Instagram for me doesn't hold my attention like TikTok used to. TikTok held way too much of my attention, like entirely too much.
So
what did she do over on
okay, so I got a question about, because I did see one because it got sent to me.
Mm-hmm. By me.
They did Sam? Army Sam?
Did what?
Brummage did when at Army Sam?
Yeah, but I think that they're cool again now.
Dude, all that's accused her of shit.
I think they are. I don't know.
Okay, we can be friends now. Like,
well, and that's how it rolled. Like, and no offense.
He said she was stalking her, like real life shit.
Right. Like no offense to the people who I'm like cool with now. Like,
let's be friends now.
As you're mending your bridges with people who have wronged you and you're forgiving, and you know, like that's great. That's great. Okay. But what I want to tell you is that like there are some things that you should just be like, I appreciate that you feel bad about this, because you should. because it's a really shitty thing to do to another human being. And I'm glad that you are feeling that it was wrong so that you cannot do that to other people anymore. That's allowed to be your response. Like, you don't have to like say it's okay.
Right.
Because I like sometimes like you can forgive somebody and be happy that they have remorse and hope that they are better. But there are things to me that are just very unforgivable.
Sure.
Like if you posted photos of my babies, don't apologize to me. Like I'm glad you like if you do feel like if anybody feels bad about that, like good. Please don't do that again. But like I am never gonna be cool with people who have done shit so absolutely atrocious to me or even to other people. Right? Because like just to go up on a little bit of a rant, like there's a current situation going on over TikTok that like isn't funny crazy, but it's crazy, right? Because it's always like funny crazy until it's not funny anymore. And it's like, whoa. Like, I was just fucking kidding. Calm the fuck down. Like, it seems like that's how it goes there. Like, it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, clap back, clap back, clap back. This person taps this person. But then, like, when you're doing that with crazy people, you can't win, bro. You gotta walk away. Because like there's a whole thing going on now where like people are openly admitting to weaponizing CPS, like with their whole ass chest.
What?
They're like, yeah, and I hope she loses her kid. Like it, or okay, this has been one of my favorite responses from somebody was they will go on like a 5 to 10 minute rant about CPS, right? And about how I know that CPS is a bad thing. Like, first of all, do you? Like, I gotta make sure that you really know how bad it couldn't do good too. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have heard of it doing good as well. Okay. I'm not saying that it's all bad, but we know for a fact that children come up missing from foster care. It has happened. We know that foster care parents aren't always vetted properly. We also know that there is an over need for foster parents. So they're bending things. And we know that bad things can happen to kids in foster care. We know this without a shadow of a doubt. And that's why even a DHS worker or somebody in that field, that should be like the last option, right? The very last option is to remove a child from a parent because like that shit's fucked. Like that will biologically fuck you up. Like especially a mother and their child. Like you can't do that. That like really sit and think about what that's gonna do to somebody. I mean, like I said, I've used this example before, and it fits really good here too. Like our babies can die from lack of attention, from lack of being held, and it's from their parent. You can't break that bond. Okay, so they'll talk about how horrible CPS is, right? But then they'll be like, but hey, maybe it'll scare her a little. Maybe that'll teach her from being on TikTok so much. Okay, first the fuck of all, being on TikTok, not a reflection in parenting. Not a reflection in parenting. Unless I see somebody literally live all day, every single freaking day.
Oh,
I can't say shit.
We've seen people like not on purpose, like for the camera, but like they were live and all of a sudden abuse happened in the background. Like,
right.
We have seen a lot.
We have seen that.
That incident went viral like crazy.
That went really viral really fast. But like you're saying like it'll scare her. It'll scare this person, right? Maybe that'll make them think. So by saying that, you're literally putting malice to it. You're literally putting malice to it because you're saying all these horrible things about CPS. You're saying that you don't think that she's doing anything wrong to her children, but then say, no, it's okay. Like, I still want them to go over there. I still want them to come to her house. And then even when they know that, yes, CPS has shown up, it has come to the house, they're still calling to make sure they go back. Multiple people. And there's people who are admitting to it and acting like, I just, that's their reasoning is, well, maybe she should have gotten off of her phone. Well, maybe they'll teach her a lesson. Maybe they'll explain it to her. The government is not your daddy. You can't sit there and be all anti-government, 2A rights, calling everybody and their fucking brother fake patriots while you sit on your ass and do nothing but talk shit. Good Lord, at least when I was talking shit, I was doing something. I was working with campaigns. You can run your mouth, but do something if you're going to talk that big. Yeah, maybe they should go over and give her a good talking to, maybe this, maybe. And it's like, but you just said how bad it was. And you just said that there was no reason. So like, honestly, watching a lot of the beginning of that was a big kick to me being like, I'm out. Like I'm all the way out. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm good. But why would you cause somebody that's like that level of stress? Like you want to trigger them. Go nuts, dude. And honestly, out of anybody like that I've ever gone back and forth with when it comes to Lizzie, like everything was kept very on the app. Were some of them like low blows? Yeah, for fucking sure they were. Like we were internet fucking beefing. But never in a million years would I have been sitting there so triggered that she got me, right? Because that's why you clap back. Let's all own that. That's why you clap back, because they got to you a little. It got to you a little, triggered you a little. So you respond, right? When your reaction to that trigger is to destroy somebody so much that you want to take their kids down with them, get off the internet. And I can say with confidence, I have never done that. I have never done that. Would never do that. Don't fuck with people's jobs. Don't fuck with people's kids. You know, I mean, the only like, have I done something bad on that level? Yes. Yes. There was the infamous Dropbox that I really shouldn't have posted. I shouldn't have let myself be talked into doing that. And even though I was talked into doing it, I still did it. It was on me. And I've owned that and said I would never do anything like that again. And I never have, ever. People fuck up. But you got to let people grow, man. But if you're weaponizing services, like I'm like those are the people that I'm just not talking about. I won't even address them by name. That's why I'm not using names in here. Like everybody knows who I'm talking about. But like you're gross. You're really, really gross. And it's really, really disgusting. And it's disheartening to watch. Like just make it fun again. Clap back, run your mouth. I mean, fuck, at this point, like, I hate to say, like, fucking body shame each other, like, go nuts on each other verbally, but like, stop taking it this far. And if you have taken it this far, you can stop. You can be like, oh shit, shouldn't have done that. That was some fuck shit. My bad. Jump the gun on that one, you know? That's why usually I just call Tex now and I'm like, man, I want to say this shit right now so fucking bad. And then I don't.
And then you don't.
And then I don't.
Because then I say, do it.
Yeah, you're usually not like the voice of reason.
I'm not,
and then
not
you fucking narked, and then you fucking narked me out at dinner.
That's why I did it. I need backup.
Oh, stop.
I need backup.
Fucking narked me out, man.
I did. That was all
to my husband.
Twice. See?
You did it twice?
Yeah. About his birthday dinner too.
Because I reactivated my TikTok for like 5 seconds and I told Tex about it. I was like, man, that one got me so pissed off. I reactivated to make a video and then I was like, what are you doing? And then I deleted again. And then we're sitting at dinner.
All your videos hit the FYP. Everybody knew you were back.
They did not. They did not. It was freaking active for like 5 seconds. Cody and Tex do share tea.
All the time.
They sit around. They made fun of me because I couldn't hear in the restaurant. And then he looked over at the waiter and he's like, yeah, she's deaf. And then I'm expecting my husband to step in and like defend me. And he looks at Tex and goes, hey. That's only half true. That's like, that's some fuck shit. I mean, that's my support system.
Facts on facts, though. I made a promise to DJ C Bunny that I'd give you a hard time still.
Oh, so the deaf girl encouraged you to do this.
Yeah.
Way to blame it on the deaf girl, Doug.
She said if I didn't, then it would be enabling. And I didn't want to enable.
Can you open your eyes? Because you're just like, yeah. Like to everything I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
All right, we ready?
Call me a bitch, Lizzie. I bet it's hard for
we 10 after.
That was actually like one of the winning things, and me and Yo Lizzie, like not just playing it cool, but like laughing at each other. Because I was talking about how they were saying that like Cody beats me and like you beat Dana. That's what you guys probably talk about, right? Like you guys like have meetups and talk about like how to do it. Like, well, this really works for me. You guys are like really supportive and domestic.
I can't confirm or deny anything.
But I was like, dude, he's never
what
even
happens at our meetups.
No, but I told her, I was like, he's never even called me a bitch, Lizzie. And then Lizzie's response to that was, I bet that's really hard for him. Cody's response to that was to fall out laughing. Kat left and dozens of creators with no imagination. We're left with absolutely nothing to talk about in Zero Cut.
We knew that was going to happen.
Then come over to Instagram. They're all blocked.
Or they got me blocked for no reason. I'm like, damn, I didn't even do nothing.
And I ain't unblocking you.
All right. With that said,
I do what I want. Kat does what Kat wants.
We will be back Tuesday for sure.
For sure. Yeah. I didn't tell anybody that there was no show on Tuesday. We just didn't do it.
Okay.
Just like,
well, we will be back Tuesday faux show.
We will. What are we doing?
We're going to expand the
Okay, have a day.
So we're going to expand that on that series. We're going to have one for Tuesday and one for Thursday.
Forgive me for the lack of that segment. This was literally a brand new idea. So, like, if I've got time to with this, it'll get better.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It'll get better.
So we're going to start that next week too. Have some fun.
Yes.
And with that said, y'all have a good evening.
Oh, if you have a submission for Loon Tune of the week, feel free to send it to my Instagram, and please limit it to like 2 each if you want to help. Well, I might be missing something.
2 each?
Yeah, like if they have 2 videos that they want to nominate for like Loon Tune of the week.
Oh, okay.
They can send them to me, and I'll take them into consideration.
I'll look for some.
And maybe Tuesday we'll have like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Like I got ideas.
Okay.
And then they're all gonna get what they want, which is their picture on a flyer. Because I feel like this is what it all boils down to. They just want a picture, photo on a flyer. I can do that.
All right. We will see y'all Tuesday.